Hey everybody, this is Kass I am the CEO of Vim and Vigor Business Operations Consulting, and I am a director of operations, and I don't know, I think that's pretty darn cool. Um, I am an author. I'm also a keynote speaker. I work full time as a human resources professional. And earlier this year, I decided that I needed to do something bigger. I always felt like I could do bigger. I'm very driven. I'm that red type A ISTJ hardcore D in the disc. I I've always felt like I can always do a little bit more, be a little bit better, and I'm always striving to learn. Not only that, but I have this insane desire to want to be around other women who are also insanely driven, and they don't make excuses, and they want to get the job done, but they want to make sure that they're taking the time and the energy and they're being resourceful enough to get the job done kind of in a real super quality way, right? um, I feel like with the director of operations, and I was very upfront with Natalie about this, with a lot of Six Sigma background and TPM and lean learning and hardcore business background, I went to Natalie and said, hey, I kind of have some pretty cool background. Am I going to learn something new? And I didn't mean that in a narcissistic way or, to be super egotistical about it, but this is an investment, and I wanted to make sure that I was making an investment in a program that was going to have a return on that investment, and that I was going to surround myself by a leader and other women who, like I said, were driven, who weren't making excuses for themselves and were being resourceful, making sure they were doing everything that they could do to make the bottom line their business, to kind of have a servant heart to serve other people, and to just get the job done, because let's face it, we're all kind of doers. And I wouldn't say that I was skeptical about it, but I was very precise and true to my nature, was researching a lot. And I've never really been accused of not having confidence, um, but it was just wonderful to go through this program and have some of that confidence affirmed, if you will, because I want to know that the stuff that I'm doing does not just make me crazy. So I joined because I listened to a few of Natalie's podcasts. I hung out with people that she mentioned on her podcast. I hung out with them, like I stalked them on Facebook. So, and listened to their podcasts. I listened to people that she said she considered influencers and thought leaders. And when they were all speaking the same language and they were speaking my language, I thought, okay, I need to look into this director of operations program a little bit. So if you take purple folders out of the container, and like all the left tabs are together and the side tabs are together and the middle tabs are together, and you're like, that makes me feel weird, I have to put those like in order, this director of operations training might be for you. If your shopping list is organized by department or by like order in which you shop around the store, this director of operations training might be for you. And if it's normal for you, completely normal for you to have your Christmas list dated back in an Excel spreadsheet to 2005 because you want to make sure your spend trending matches cost of living and other things like that, you might be kind of nerdy, and this might just be your tribe. Um, if you think that processes and tools and resources and all of them together to create systems help you avoid frustration, they help you increase your revenue, they help you kind of get organized. If you love all of that stuff and you are just totally flabbergasted by people who are frustrated by tools, processes, and systems and see those things as complicated and too complex, then this might be the program for you. Um, I always felt like I had some of those skills, and to be organized and to have Excel spreadsheets and pivot tables and to do all the things to have my own personal goals and personal KPIs. And like I joke about the Christmas list and the shopping list, but that stuff is totally normal for me. And I just assumed everybody else did stuff like that too. I assumed everybody else's mind worked like a slide puzzle, where you can compartmentalize and move stuff around and just say, nope, need that for later, I'll take that. Um, if that's normal to you, you need this director of operations training, and I really want you to take a closer look at it because you know what's best for you. But if some of these things are ringing true for you, I think it's something that you might feel like could be part, because it's not easy for everybody. Like, I thought all that was just second nature for everybody, and it's not. And it doesn't make us smarter, and I'm not smarter. And the fact that people are these brilliant visionaries with these awesome goals doesn't mean that we're not smart, because we don't have those same huge see the same opportunity in absolutely everything they do. We take their opportunities and we see everything encompassing in that and help them reach that opportunity. And I think that kind of marriage in business is an awesome thing. Um, what this program did for me, back in 2016, I thought about going into business for myself, and I did a lot of research. I mean, a lot of research to try and figure out, what do I want to do? Do I want to be just another HR consultant? Because at the time there was a lot of HR consulting, not necessarily online. Even back in 2016, it wasn't that long ago, right? But there were a lot of HR consultants. The online thing wasn't quite huge yet. So I just decided it was too big of a risk because the market, at least where I lived, was too flooded. But there is not a better time than right now to start an online business or to think about how to serve small businesses locally through this DOO certification. What this certification gave me was the framework. It affirmed things that I knew in bits and pieces over the last 24 years, put it together in one nicely packaged framework that Natalie literally hands to you and says, here, I want you to be successful. You cannot ask for better than that or easier. It gave me the affirmation and the ability. My I can rock as just like you can. You can rock and make art out of chaos, right? You can take brilliant, overwhelmed visionaries and help them to breathe, because you can take all that chaos and make complete sense of it and help them to use what they're envisioning and all of their chaos and put it together and make actionable objectives so they can achieve their own mission and vision. Now, you've got like what, one day to apply. I'm going to put my own affiliate link in the comments. If that's not kosher, I'll take it down, Natalie. But I'm going to put the affiliate link in the comments because I want you to register for this. You have one day and it's time to get off the fence. You know if this is right for you. I can't convince you. Natalie can't convince you. Nobody else can convince you but yourself. And you know whether this is not in your wheelhouse right now or whether it's in your competitor's wheelhouse, right? So only you can decide that for yourself. So I want you to take a look at it. You can think about it for about 12 more hours. You need to wake up in the morning and you need to seize the day, okay? And there's a lot of DOOs here that have already gone. So you've gone through the program. So if you have specific questions, be sure and ask those specific questions, because any one of us will be happy to answer those questions because we want you to be successful as well. Okay? So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I hope you decide that this is the right program for you. And if not, I know you're going to find success in whatever it is you do. Take care.